Hello and welcome to another episode of Power Tag. Today's Power Tag principle is momentum. Momentum, what is it? How do you get it? And more importantly, where does it take you? Very often, momentum can take us to a place that we're not able to see now. Why? Why is that? Momentum builds on our daily progress over and over and over and over again. And our daily steps that we repeat and develop into our own habits cultivate us into being something that we are not currently when we start the process. The power of momentum in our actions produce a result that we're not able to see today and touch today. It starts with an idea that you see today. It starts with an idea that you see today in your mind. In your mind, you might have an idea of something that you'd like to see and touch in your future. The power of momentum is something that is going to take you there and can be a power principle if you choose to use it. Momentum is built upon each day being separate than another day. It is all one life, but each day is ended with sleep. So our bodies that we walk around in require a level of sleep to sustain a healthy or subpar lifestyle. So if our bodies are required to sleep on a consistent basis, for most of us that's daily. If we're conditioned, and generally people are sleeping daily to recharge this body, to recharge this mind, to let go in such a way that we are essentially unconscious. So when we wake up, we have detached from the momentum of the previous day. That momentum is momentum of thoughts, momentum of emotions, momentum of actions. So when we wake up the next day and we look around and we don't see that which we want to see and touch, then it is what we do when we wake up that will or will not connect us to where we're looking to go, what we're looking to achieve, or what outcomes we're looking to have. Ultimately, it is a journey of one day at a time. A journey towards something or a journey towards nothing at all. If I put 10 people in front of you and we could guarantee that they would live for the next 20 years, then some might set long-term goals and some might not. But all 10 in this experiment would be living for 20 more years. If some chose to look 20 years into their future and work its way back, they would have images of recognition in their mind, seeds that have been planted that correspond with or enlighten or connect to that person's self-image, self-esteem, self-concept, how they see themselves in the future, what they're able to think of themselves. whether it's true, not, fairy tale, crazy idea, it's still seeds that have been planted and thrown. The seeds have been thrown 20 years into the future. Very often, most people are only throwing seeds one day at a time, or 1 week at a time, or 1 month at a time. Sometimes, when there's vacations or holidays, they might throw the seeds, a year, 2 years into their future. And those little thoughts that go around vacations or certain life experiences that we can see into the future, like a marriage or a baby, it's us having things in our environment that are throwing those seeds there like a catapult. So yeah, they're thrown there, but was it you that threw it there? Was it your desire to throw it there? Was it your willpower to throw it there? Were you throwing it there when you didn't feel like throwing it there? Are you even the person that has the ability to pick up seeds of 10 years and throw it into your future? Into your future to cast a vision for yourself and how you see yourself. Certainly your environment will change, at least for most of us. The environment will change, technology will change, how we do things will change, but still, some things are generally certain. Because even though the environment of humans on Earth, even though our environment may change, even though the technology may evolve, our bodies are generally very predictable in how we're going to respond to things 80% of the time. The 10% you could say we're still discovering, and the other 10% is contradictory to the 80% that we're doing. It means that the new ways of doing things, because of our environment, are stimulating us to be able to physically and mentally be able to do more, because we're able to learn more. We're able to expand our mind more. We're able to access more information so that the mind can grow at a much rapid rate, to expand at a much rapid rate, to be able to succeed and do the success things for that person, for them to be able to connect the dots to where they are now to where they want to go. It's never been easier to be able to do the things that we want to do. It's how we define those things that we want to do that are really the determinants on how our journey to that place, or towards those outcomes, or towards those goals. It's really how we define where we want to go that's going to give us these assumptions that we're going to put in our backpack, these assumptions of thoughts that are going to develop into paradigms that we're going to put into the backpack and bring with us. So some of those assumptions are that we are the type of person that can do that. Some of the assumptions are going to be based on where we are today. And when we get into the future, tomorrow